Welcome to our change request for our landlord portal. This portal will help you with submitting an online change of ownership, change of management, or a change of ownership that includes a third-party management agent. For this demonstration, we will select the change of ownership that includes the third-party management agent. We will also select that this is a complex with multiple tenants, and we will click Continue. You'll want to make sure, though, prior to moving forward with this submission, that you already have saved in your computer a copy of a voided check, a copy of the legal owner's IRS W-9 or IRS W-8 form, including an IRS W-9 for the managing agent, that is, if the agent will be the recipient of the housing assistance payments. You'll need a copy of the recorded deed, a copy of the property management agreement, as well as a copy of the trust, if the legal owner is a trust, and a copy of the state business license if the property is owned by an LLC or LP, as long as it's owned by a business, as well as a business license for the managing agent. Assuming that we have those documents saved, we will click Continue. We begin entering the information for the requester. You want to make sure that you complete the screen in its entirety, including email addresses as well as phone numbers. Make sure that when you're entering the zip code that you do not include any 4-digit postal extension numbers. After you've completed the information, click Continue. You'll see that we encountered an error. The field for the fax number that pertains to the owner cannot be blank. If your owner does not have a fax number, please enter the phone number that pertains to the requester or the managing agent. And continue. The information will be saved, and you will see that information as we move forward. We'll now enter the tenant information and the unit information for our property. Enter the complete information for the tenant's first name, last name, as well as the property address that includes the identifying unit number, and continue. You'll see that the information that we previously entered that pertained to the requester, the owner, as well as the property managing agent has already been populated. This information is grayed out and you are not able to edit the information. Towards the bottom of the screen, you'll see that we have an area that pertains to attachments. This is where the information, as previously requested, for you to have already in your computer a copy of a saved voided check, IRS W-8, W-9, recorded deed, property management agreement, trust document, as well as the state business license will be needed. We'll begin with the HAP acceptance and acknowledgement form by clicking the Complete button. The Complete button does not indicate that it has been completed, but yet this is an item that needs to be completed. Information pertaining to the tenant, the property address, and owner have been auto-populated as mentioned previously. We'll simply need to enter the appropriate initials of the owner as well as the last 4 digits of the owner's tax ID number to complete this screen. Notice that by entering information here, the initials and the last 4 digits of the tax ID, that you are under the penalty of perjury. Please make sure that the information is accurate before clicking Save. We return to our attachment page, and again, the information previously entered, grayed out, that we cannot change, but you'll notice here for the HAP acceptance and acknowledgement form that is now showing as completed. We'll now need to move forward for the authorization for direct deposit. Information pertaining to both the owner as well as the managing agent, again, are auto-populated and cannot be edited. We'll need to select the type of authorization. In this example, we're selecting this as a new owner. This is a change in ownership. You'll need to enter the banking institution information. Once you've entered the bank information, please be sure again that you are aware that if there are any payments that would be effective for the first of the month, that they are actually deposited on the first business day of the month if the first should fall on a weekend or holiday. You'll enter the initials of the recipient of the payments, whether this is the landlord or the agent, landlord meaning the owner, or the agent, which can also be the landlord. You'll enter the appropriate initials and last four digits of the tax ID that pertains to the recipient of the Housing Assistance Payments or HAP payments. In our demonstration, we are making the payments payable to the agent. The tenant information is populated at the bottom. We need only to submit by saving. And again, moving to the attachment section, you'll see that our authorization for the direct deposit is now completed. We simply now need to attach a copy of a voided check. Attach the file, go to the Browse button, and search your computer for where you have saved your documents and locate your voided check. You will upload the voided check to the Housing Authority software here, and you'll return to the document list. That attachment now shows completed. Moving forward, we'll now need to address the tax identification for the legal owner. If your owner is not a U.S. citizen, when you click this attachment, you'll need to make sure that you click this button if the owner is not a U.S. citizen. This will tell the system which document that needs to be completed. Click Continue, and now it is asking us to upload a copy of our W-8 form. Again, locate the appropriate document in your computer and upload the document to our system. Successfully uploaded, go to your return document list. Again, we have an agent for our example who will be receiving the payments. Therefore, we'll need to upload a copy of the agent's W-9. You'll notice that I am not clicking this button that says that the management does not have citizenship. Therefore, we're required to submit a copy of the W-9. Again, I'll locate the document on my computer, and you will yours, and we'll upload that document to our system here. Upon a successful upload, we'll return to our document list. A copy of the recorded deed is now required, and again, we will attach the file by locating it on the computer and uploading. Returning to our document list, and we're just moving right down one after the other. We now come to a form, Statement of Property Ownership Authorization. This form again auto-populates with information pertaining to the tenant as well as the property unit address, the legal owner, and now we have to move to the authorized agent information. Complete the information for the authorized agent. The next section will be the 1099 payment instructions. For our demonstration, as mentioned earlier, we are selecting the agent as the recipient of the Housing Assistance Payments, or HAP. When selecting agent, you'll see that it auto-populates the information pertaining to the agent. We simply therefore need to move to the agent signature section, enter the appropriate initials and the last four of the tax ID, keeping in mind that we are under the penalty of perjury. Once entered, click Save. We're almost complete with our attachments, and because this property is being managed by a third-party agent, we'll need to include a copy of the management agreement. Again, locating the document on the computer, you'll need to upload. A successful upload. We return to our document list, and we're just about finished. Whether the property is owned by a business and the manager is a business, you'll need to include a copy of the current state business license. If your property is owned by a trust, you will attach a copy of the trust document for this attachment. Again, we locate the document on our computer and we upload. Successfully uploaded, we return to our document list. We now have all of our attachments, which are required, complete for this submission. Note here that you are acknowledging that by submitting the required documentations, it does not necessitate or mean that we have approved the payments, that your paperwork has been approved or processed. It simply means that you are submitting the information for review. Click Submit Package. We are now asked if we want to include an additional tenant or other information pertaining to this same ticket. Remember, in this example, we have a complex that contains multiple tenants, so you'll say yes at this screen and click Continue.